Hi friends! Today we're going to work with the artist Jacob Lawrence. He's a phenomenal African-American artist that created artwork that used shapes and pattern, and he created artwork like this piece of artwork here called Street Shadows, where we have an entire neighborhood full of activity. We have people playing checkers and people playing cards. I see a friend even carrying a child. And look, there's even figures in the window looking out at the entire event happening around them. Today, you get to make a Jacob Lawrence piece. So the first thing we're going to start with is a piece of paper that could represent our background or our sky. And you could use blue, you could have a purple sky, you could have an orange sky. I like turquoise blue, so that's what I'm going to start with. So I have a sheet of paper that is my sky. I am going to take a piece of white rectangular paper, and I'm going to make an organic shape to make a cloud because I want my sky to have a background or to be the background. And when I cut a cloud, I cut crazy scissors. My scissors just twist and turn and turn and twist and twist and turn. So I'm going to make a cloud in my sky, and I will use my scraps later, so I save all my scraps. There is my background. Now, in my neighborhood, where just like in Jacob Lawrence's work, he has an entire city here with all sorts of activity in Harlem where he lived. In my neighborhood, I'm going to have some houses too. I'm going to use shapes like a big black rectangle and a big brown rectangle to create almost like a city too. I'm going to overlap over my sky because I want this to be my background, and these objects are going to be my middle ground. They're in the middle. I'm going to put a short building and another short building. And I think I'm going to grab another piece of black and make a black building. So I have brown and black and brown and black. And I'm going to create a pattern by putting one more black piece down. I'm just like Jacob Lawrence. I'm making a city. Now, all of my buildings have to have windows so that people can interact with people that are on the street. So I'm going to take some of my small pieces of colored paper, and I could take them and put them right down and have a green window. But if I wanted to, I could take a yellow square and I could make small windows too. So I'm going to cut my window in half once and then again twice. Look at that. I have 4 windows now, and I'm going to put 4 windows on this building right here. My black building is overlapping my brown building. I am going to pick up another piece of paper. I could turn that and make a door. I'm excited because I have a door in my piece now too. Another quick trick I can show my friends is if I take a piece of paper and I cut teeth into my paper once and twice and 3 and 4 times. Look at that. I just made a pair of stairs, and look at that. I can use both of these stairs. I can use both of these stairs on either building, so I could put stairs right in front of my door. Now, my roofs on my building could have a triangle top, so I'm going to show you how to make a triangle top too. So I'm using some of my favorite shapes, squares and rectangles. I'm going to take this green rectangle, I'm folding it, and then I'm going to open it all the way up. And look at this, friends. If I cut all the way, and look at, I've got a triangle. I cut to the top here, and then I cut over here. I make a triangle. I remove those corners from that. And I have a green roof on my brown building. Just like my friend Jacob Lawrence, I've created a background and a middle ground. But what am I going to put in the front? Who's going to go visit these buildings? I'm going to go to my copies of Mr. Jacob Lawrence's artwork. Look at this. These people are going on a train trip. And so I'm going to borrow some of these people from my image. There's people in the windows going on a train trip. I think I'm going to borrow those people to put in my windows too. So I'm going to take my copy, and I found these people look like they're having a conversation. So I'm going to cut out these people right here in this window. Just going to cut right on the edges. And look at that. If I cut this out, oh, I have a little scrap piece. I think I'm going to leave my scrap there. And I place it here. There's people inside of the windows inside of my buildings. And what's really fun is, look at this. This isn't even trash now. I have all sorts of other things I can cut out. There's a person peeking to another friend. Look at her eyes peeking. And I have another friend right here walking. Maybe I should cut that friend out and they can be in my city. I'm going to do that right now. So I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut out this small friend here. And these are called organic shapes. When a shape isn't a circle or a square and it's more freeform, that's like an organic shape, like a human. I'm going to cut all the way around their head. I'm going to cut all twisty, my scissors, twisty, twisty. These are the people that I want to use. I'm going to set that down. And look at that. I've chosen 2 children and a woman with a yellow hat. And they're going to be in my cityscape or in my image. Look at that. They are part of my artwork now. Those are the people walking in my artwork. So I'm going to slide my artwork over and show you how I can finish. So, as I showed you earlier, I cut out some pieces for the house. I put a roof on. I included my sky, which is the background. The buildings are the middle ground. I cut out some more figures. And where does she belong? Can she be walking in the door? Can this person here that I found in a Jacob Lawrence picture be in my window? And look at that. I've got another building here, and I've cut out another figure to be in the window. And if I want to, I can trade figures from his painting right here. Look at these people walking along, and they're just walking at in a city. And I cut these organic figures out. I'm going to take them off of Jacob Lawrence's artwork, and I'm going to place them here, and they're in the foreground. They're in the front, right in the front of the whole picture. So when I look at the picture here, I have 3 layers now. I'm excited for you to make a Jacob Lawrence today because you're going to learn all about how to create an entire cityscape or a place where people live, and you can find a place for Jacob Lawrence's people to be, your people to be, and you can create an environment for everyone.